I'm a bit low. Is that better? Yes, I think that's all right. Okay, I'm going to rise a little bit. That's better. Yes. Good evening. Welcome to Sunday's edition of the VQuiz. I've had a request to say happy birthday to John Mulson, who's watching and playing tonight. So happy birthday. Hope you've had a good day and continue to have a good day. I've got quite a few people playing tonight, which is always good. And, well, boots up. Been quite a historic weekend with the SpaceX launch. That was good. We watched it live yesterday. And we stayed up a bit later in the garden to watch the space station come over. And my boy stayed up, had a little fire pit going. He enjoyed that. He roasted some marshmallows and made, what do you call them, s'mores? Don't know where that word comes from. If you get some chocolate biscuits and put a roasted marshmallow in the middle, apparently it's a s'more. Quite nice, actually. It's sugary, especially for that time of night for a young boy, but, well, these things happen, don't they? So, we're going to start with question number 1, because we don't start with question number 4 or question number 6. We start with question number 1. It makes sense. So, if we're all ready, we'll get into that all-important question number 1. Yeah, we're fine there. We're all fine here. So, as usual, we're going to start with a general knowledge round. The first couple of questions are based on news which does not begin with the letter C, or should I say the headline does not begin with the letter C. That word's been mentioned far too much recently. So I'll stop waffling and get straight on to question 1. Question 1. On the 26th of May, an animal was captured by Indian officials and accused of being a spy for Pakistan. What was the animal? Question number 1. On the 26th of May, an animal was captured by Indian officials and accused of being a spy for Pakistan. What type of animal was it? Hello, Tom. Okay, question number 2. A South Korean football club, which has been playing behind closed doors, accidentally used what instead of mannequins to populate the empty ground? So there was a South Korean football club, they're actually called FC Seoul, and in order to make the stadium look full when it was empty, they were supposed to use mannequins, but instead they accidentally used what? I think that might be Antiques Roadshow on in the background. It's I mean, it's not. You might be able to hear it. You might not. Moving on to question number 3. In Chipping Norton in the UK, a man has created a 40 miles per hour what? So he's taken some ordinary object and now, well, he can ride it and it travels at 40 miles per hour. He's hoping to break the world record. But what is it? It's a garden, I suppose a garden tool or implement. He rides along on it at 40 miles per hour. What is it? It's not a mobility scooter. Colin Furze did that. And question number 4. I had a wheelbarrow. The wheel fell off. What football team is that the chant for? Question number 4. I had a wheelbarrow. The wheel fell off. Is the chant for which football team? Question number 5. Whereabouts in Nottingham would you find a 7-mile wall? That's a wall which is 7 miles long. It's rumoured to have taken 7 men 7 years to build it, but that might just be folklore. But somewhere in Nottingham there is a 7-mile long wall. Whereabouts is it?
I have to apologise to Helen, who's playing in Bristol.
Yes, sorry people who aren't from Nottingham who are playing. Although it is a major tourist attraction, so... Question number 6. Name the children's book by Kenneth Grahame which features characters named Mole, Rat, Toad and Badger. So question number 6. Name the children's book by Kenneth Grahame which features characters named Mole, Rat, Toad and Badger. I'll just see if I can remove some of that background noise a little bit. There we go, that might be better. Question number 7. In meteorology, katabatic and anabatic are both types of what? Yeah, turn it down. So question number 7. In meteorology, katabatic and anabatic are both types of what? Question number 8. What is the chemical symbol for gold? Question number 8. What is the chemical symbol for gold? Question 9. How many wings does a wasp have? Annoying, stingy, blooming things. But how many wings does a wasp have? And finally for this round, it's true or false. Bananas are radioactive. Is that true or is that false? So question number 10, true or false? Bananas are radioactive. Yes or no, true or false? Same thing, I suppose. Trying to find the next questions. They're in here somewhere.
I haven't written.
Yes.
I did write them.
Yes, that's all right. I've found them. It's just they're in a notebook, and I wrote the general knowledge questions last, which meant that they were a few pages on rather than at the start. We've got there. It's all sorted out now. It's not in the grand scheme of things, it's not really a problem. So the second round for tonight, because of the SpaceX launch, we're going to do a round about space. We was going to do a maritime round, which was requested. We can do that on Wednesday, but instead, because of the historic space launch, we're going to do a round about space. It's not as daunting as it sounds. It's quite easy. Okay, question number 11. What is the largest planet in our solar system? Told you they were easy. So question number 11. What is the largest planet in our solar system? Question number 12. What is the smallest planet in our solar system? Question 12. What is the smallest planet in our solar system? I think that's a frog from the previous round there. Well, that was a toad, wasn't it? You don't get a toad in the throat. Question number 13. What has a gravitational pull so strong that even light cannot escape it? Question 13. What has a gravitational pull so strong that even light cannot escape it? If you remember the pictures from Wednesday, we had Stephen Hawkins as one of the pictures. That might be a clue there. Question number 14. Which NASA spaceflight was the last manned mission to the moon? Was it A, Apollo 16, B, Apollo 17, or C, Apollo 18? So question 14. Which NASA spaceflight was the last manned mission to the moon? Was it A, Apollo 16, B, Apollo 17, or C, Apollo 18? Apollo 11 was the first one. Apollo 13 failed. But which one was the last? 16, 17, or 18? Question 15. What was Cape Canaveral previously known as from 1963 to 1973? So before it became Cape Canaveral, what was it called? Question 15. What was Cape Canaveral previously known as? And that they were from the year 1963 to 1973. It might have been something else before then, I don't know. You're right.
Yeah.
Question 16. Earth is located in which galaxy? Question 16. Earth is located in which galaxy? Question 17. What's the name given to the explosive death of a massive star whose expanding gases and energy output causes a bright glow for weeks or months? Question 17. What's the name given to the explosive death of a massive star whose expanding gases and energy output causes a bright glow for weeks or months? Basically, what's an exploding star called? Question 18. Can you name the Russian dog that became the first animal to orbit the Earth? And that was in 1957. Question 18. What was the name of the Russian dog that became the first animal to orbit the Earth back in 1957? It wasn't Rover.
Hot dog. Stray dog.
Yes, it was a stray dog they found on the street, and it didn't make it back, we shall say.
I wonder what happened to the owners. It's stray, that's why it wasn't doing it on owner, unless it run away.
Question 19. Which dwarf planet was the first Kuiper belt object to be discovered in 1930? Question 19. Which dwarf planet was the first Kuiper belt object to be discovered in 1930? Could give you a clue for that one, but I won't. No.
What one? Oh, that one.
Question number 20. What is the name for the visible path of a meteoroid as it enters the Earth's atmosphere? So question 20. What is the name for the visible path of a meteoroid as it enters the Earth's atmosphere? Okay, I'm going to have a tiny little break now. Was it funny?
I'm trying to get to that question.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know.
Right.
You do know. I don't.
So, as always, if you let us know you're playing, down in the video description, or if you're on a telephone or something, it might be on the other side. I don't. I usually watch YouTube on a laptop or a PC, not very often on a telephone, so I don't know where the comments appear on there.
No, they're all down. Like,
They
if you
are,
scroll
okay.
down, it's there.
Okay, a 10-year-old has informed me that they are just there on a phone as well.
He's a pro YouTuber.
So you'll find some terms and conditions for the prize draw in there as well, and the link to our Facebook group. If you let us know you're playing, then you can be entered into the prize draw.
Yay, beer.
Tell us you're playing, and we'll give you a number. Then draw it at the end. The prize for today, it is 2 pints of beer provided by the Beer Shack, Hucknall, and it is 2 pints of beer provided by the Byron's Rest, Hucknall.
When isn't it?
Obviously, you have to be over the age of 18 to claim it, and you cannot claim it on behalf of somebody who is under 18. Drink responsibly. Again, down in the comments down there's a little bit of information. We also have a mystery prize like we do on a Sunday. That will be drawn straight after the beer draw, and you do not have to be over 18 to claim that prize. So I will be back very shortly with your picture round.
sweets that you don't need a lot of.
Yeah, you know.
I like ketchup.
Ah, that should be working. I hope you've all had time to go for a little tiddle or fill your boot. And coming up, we've got the picture round. Once again, there is a slight space theme to this. As you will see, they are all spaceships from either TV series or films. You just have to name the TV series or the film from the picture, which sounds easy, and for most part it is. See if I can find the pictures now. There we go. That's picture number 1, or question 21 if you're doing it like that.
Yeah, doing it like that. No idea.
We're doing it like that. Okay.
In my head.
15 quizzes, and we're still, yeah, we've decided to do it like that.
Well,
So name the TV series from that spaceship. It's not the clearest picture, but I mean, if you know it, you know it. For the next one, where it says, well, up there somewhere, is it? Yeah, it says picture number 1. We'll change that to the question number, the correct question number. I've got a little bit more time now. So that's picture number 1. Name the TV series. It's not a film. If you're not on full screen, if you put it on full screen, you might be able to see it better. Right, picture number 2. Name the TV series. It even tells you on the rocket. Picture number 2. Name the TV series. How can I tell if my sound's on? You see that bar? It goes green, then in yellow. When it's in yellow, then that's good. If it goes to red, like that, then it's too high.
Then you're like, ah!
Yeah.
Yes, we'll stop that now. And moving on to picture number 3. Name the film. Okay, some of these are films, some of these are TV series. Series. This one is from a film. Well, in fact, a film series, if you look at it like that. Picture number 3, name the film. Picture number 4. Name the TV series. It's a British sci-fi comedy TV series. Very popular. Used to be BBC, but I think Dave are making it now. Is it Dave that's making it? Yeah.
Well, is it owned by the same people?
Yeah. Still the same people that are producing it, but I think it's Dave that's currently broadcasting the new series.
Dave is the biggest thing.
Dave, is it? I thought Dave was part of UK TV.
Oh, no.
But anyway, I suppose it's irrelevant. All you need to do is name the TV series from that picture.
Yeah.
Picture number 5. A little bit older. Name the TV series which features that spacecraft. Do you know that one, Mummy?
That Fire at Will.
Fire at Will. No, it's not Fire at Will.
That
Poor sod Will. Every film, somebody always says fire at will. It's,
I can't see from here.
okay, picture number 6. Name the film. Most definitely a film, that one. Name the film. Bet you don't know that one, Thomas.
No.
You were too young to watch it, that's why. So, picture number 6, name that film. And I know you will know this next one. Picture number 7, name the film. So, picture number 7, name the film. Picture number 8, this one is also a film. And that year passed quite a while ago, but there we go. Picture number 8, name the film. Yes, it actually happened about 19 years ago, but it didn't happen because we're not flying around in those.
I wouldn't have known it without the clue.
No?
No. I wrote it down.
Now the next one is really, really tricky. You have to name the TV series.
Tell us what I got.
What?
Yeah, do you know that one?
What even is that?
It's a spaceship.
Doesn't. Okay. It's like a futuristic looking
Well,
spaceship, I guess.
it's not going to be a historical spaceship, is it?
No, I know.
Picture number 9, name the TV series from the spaceship. And the final picture for this picture round, it's from a film. There you go, No Humans Allowed. Name the film. It's actually a really good film. I enjoyed watching that one. I'm not in the way, am I? No. No, that doesn't reveal anything extra. I'll stay down there. So picture number 10, name the film. Okay, what I'm going to do now is go through the answers for the first part.
Yay.
We've got the first 2 rounds and then the picture round. Then we'll have another short break. Then we'll go into the Marmite round and the music round. And after that, it's the all-important beer draw.
Yay.
Before we do that, I'm just going to move on a bit. If you're local, please support the food bank. On the 5th of June, our Hucknall Food Bank will be having a doorstep collection. Just leave a parcel of food out on your doorstep. Let them know that you're doing it on the email address on the screen, which has probably got me in the way, hasn't it? Yes. Well, I'll just shrink out the way a little bit. So on the 5th of June, the local fire brigade will be coming around collecting food parcels from your doorstep. Let the food bank know that you're going to leave something so they know where to come. And if you're not local to Hucknall, then you can support your own food bank. They probably have a similar scheme. And now back with the answers. Right, I've gone big again. Oh, are we all ready for the answers? That's an important question to ask. So, yeah, we're all right here. Right, here are the answers. Question number 1. Indian officials captured a pigeon and accused it of being a spy. What? It's weird. The theme tune to one of the pictures in the picture round just came on the telly. So, question 1, the animal which was accused of being a spy, it was a pigeon.
Is it found guilty?
I don't know. They probably just wrang its neck or something. I have no idea what happened to it. Question number 2, FC Seoul, they actually accidentally used sex dolls to populate their stadium. The company in South Korea, they made mannequins and sex dolls, and instead of sending the mannequins, they sent sex dolls. Nobody noticed, and the stadium was full of them. Number 3, in Chipping Norton, a UK man has... a UK man, Chipping Norton, it is in the UK, he's created a wheelbarrow which travels at 40 miles per hour. So the answer to question number 3 is a wheelbarrow. So if you thought about it, question number 4, I had a wheelbarrow, the wheel fell off. That is the chant for Notts County. Most people around here will know that. If you're not, then it's a more challenging question, but still valid, because there are questions about different football teams. So the answer to question 4 is Notts County. Number 5, where in Nottingham will you find a 7-mile wall? That's at Woollerton Hall. Woollerton Park even. Surrounding Woollerton Park there is a 7-mile wall. There's some kind of urban legend that it took 7 men 7 years to build, but I don't think there's any truth in it. Question 5, the answer was Woollerton Hall. And question number 6. Got an itch. Question number 6, the children's book created by Kenneth Graham, featuring mole, rat, toad and badger, that was Wind in the Willows. So the answer to question number 6, Wind in the Willows. Question 7, katabatic and anabatic are both types of wind. Not baked beans wind, but the type that either blows downhill or uphill. That's what the terms mean. Katabatic is blowing downhill, and anabatic is blowing uphill. South Pole suffers from very strong katabatic winds. They come from the centre of the continent and rush downwards, hundreds of miles an hour sometimes, if you're caught in that. I haven't been myself, I've just heard. So the answer to question 7 was wind. Question number 8, what is the chemical symbol for gold? It is AU. As question 8, the chemical symbol for gold is AU. Question 9, a wasp, the pesky little bugger, it has 4 wings, which are laid out in 2 pairs. So a wasp has 4 wings, and they're in 2 pairs. Question number 10, true or false, bananas are radioactive? That is true. Now, they have potassium in there, and that decays into all of other elements over time, so it makes them slightly radioactive. Got to find the next round again. No, that's sport. Yeah, I've gone back too far. There we go, space. This was our second round. And question number 11. The largest planet in our solar system is Jupiter. So Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. Question 12. The smallest planet in our solar system? Well, that's Mercury. Number 13. The object which has a gravitational pull so strong that light can't escape. That's a black hole. Question 14. The last manned mission to the moon was Apollo 17. Question 15. Cape Canaveral was previously known as Cape Kennedy. Question 16. The Earth is located in the Milky Way. Question 17. An exploding star is called a supernova. Question 18. The dog that became the first animal to orbit the Earth. The dog was called Laika. Laika. Question 19. The dwarf planet, which was the first Kuiper belt object to be discovered, that was Pluto. It was recognised as a planet itself until recently, but then it was demoted. Don't know how it feels about that.
Sad.
Yes, poor old Pluto. Finally, for the space round, the name of the visible path of a meteoroid, well, you can call it a shooting star or a falling star. I would personally call it a shooting star. Now we'll move on to the answers for the pictures, which I haven't rewound, so I'll just rewind the pictures. Here we go, back. The sound is on. And the sound is still on again. Yeah, thank you for that. Right, picture number 1, that was Terrahawks. The spaceship there, Terrahawks. That was the Space Hawk. And interestingly, the baddies from Terrahawks, Zelda, that funny zombie-looking thing, they first arrived in this. According to the series, they first arrived in the year 2020.
Okay, have the answers for 13 and 14, please.
Somebody would like the answers for 13 and 14, not a problem. That picture number 1, that was Terrahawks. And interestingly, the creator of Terrahawks, I think it was March, just before the lockdown began, he sent a model of that spaceship up into space. Okay, what was that again? 14?
13 and 14. Yeah.
13. So sorry, somebody wants 13 reading out again.
No,
the answer to 13. The answer to 13 is a black hole. Was it also 14?
Yeah.
And the answer to 14 was Apollo 17, which was B, if you put A, B or C. Okay, moving on to the answers for the pictures. Number 2. I'm finding. There he is. That is, what's it called now? Thunderbirds. Picture 2, that's Thunderbirds. It's also Thunderbird 2. Picture number 3, that's an X-Wing fighter from Star Wars. Doesn't matter which one you put, I suppose. Star Wars will do. Picture number 4, that is the JMC mining ship Red Dwarf from the British sci-fi comedy series Red Dwarf. Picture number 5, that is an Eagle transporter, and it is from the series Space 1999. That was 21 years ago when that was supposed to happen in the future, but now it's in the past. Oddly enough. I'd be able to get a boot refill, please. Helen is better than myself at filling the boot. Picture number 6. That is the dropship from the Aliens film. When they go down to investigate the planet, which all the colonists seem to have disappeared from, they fly down to the planet on that, which is the dropship. And it's from the film Aliens. What was it now? That one. Thank you. Picture number 7. Would you like to tell everybody what this one is? Whoops, it's gone.
What?
Clicked on the wrong thing. There we go.
No idea.
It's a James Bond film.
Oh, is it Moonraker?
It is Moonraker, yes. Picture number 7 is Moonraker, the James Bond film Moonraker. Probably one of the daftest James Bond films there is, but still quite entertaining.
It's not when Jaws was with his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's when it is. It does have jaws in it with his big metal teeth, and he bites through a cable car cable. Picture number 8. What have we got here? This one's also from a film. That is the Discovery 1, and it is from 2001: A Space Odyssey. So that is from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Picture 9 was a bit tricky. There we go. And that's from the TV series Star Trek. And finally, name the film. That is the alien slave ship from District 9. Now that film is a really good film if you haven't seen it. It's called District 9. Right, I'm going to have another tiny little break while Helen's refilling my boot. And then we'll get into the final part of the quiz, which is the Marmite round and the music round. And then, of course, there's the all-important beer and prize draw. We will reveal what the mystery prize is when it's time for the draw. Until then, see you soon. In fact, I'm going to leave the details of the food bank up instead of the little picture of the clock. I'm going to replace that because it's a bit crappy. I did it in a hurry and it's just stayed there. So here's the food bank details somewhere. we go. Back shortly. The sound is on, yes. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Somebody sent us in a picture. We'll show it you. I don't know the answer, but it's another spaceship from some kind of series. If anybody knows what that is, let us know, because I have no idea. Sorry. Right now, we're going to go straight into the Marmite round. I'm also going to wish John Molson another happy birthday. Hope you've had a good day. If you haven't played before, the Marmite Round, it's just a round that everyone loves or hates. That's why it's gained that name. And I'm going to read you out 10 animals. All you have to do is decide whether they swim or they fly. It is the common name for the animal, not the binomial name, which would be way too complicated. All you have to do is write down whether you think the animal swims or whether the animal flies.
Blake 7, apparently.
And if anybody was wondering what that bonus little picture was, that was Blake 7. Thanks, Matt.
Dominator. Oh no, Adrian said Blake 7.
Oh,
Dominator. No. I don't know.
No, some people on a
Oh
chat.
yeah, it's correct. Blake 7.
It is Blake 7. Yeah, some people are guessing on the
Matt says
chat thing that's going.
Yeah, and Tracy said that David said it's Blake 7.
Yeah, Blake 7. That little picture that somebody sent in. Thanks, Matt.
And Martin said it as well. Yeah.
Okay, question number 31. I'll just adjust that a little bit. That's better. Okay, question number 31. The northern puffer. The northern puffer, does it swim or does it fly? Question 32. The rainbow lorikeet. Does that swim or does it fly? The rainbow lorikeet. I know what it sounds like. Question 33. Penguin. Does a penguin swim or does a penguin fly? Can't make them all too obscure. Question 34. The resplendent quetzal. Question 34. The resplendent quetzal. Does it swim or does it fly? If you're wondering what resplendent means, it just means bright and colourful.
That goes with close.
So yeah, that might be a clue. Question 35. Booby. Do boobies swim or do boobies fly?
Depends if the swim through or not.
I was trying to keep a straight face while saying that, but no, it's not possible. So, question 35, the booby. Do boobies swim or do boobies fly? Tickled her again.
I didn't expect that one.
Question 36, the black tip. Does a black tip swim or does a black tip fly? Question 37. You're going to like this one as well. It's the Andean cock of the rock.
Yeah, I know that one.
So, does the Andean cock of the rock swim or fly?
Who's in the red forest?
Actually, it doesn't.
They have a version of this in the house. The cock of the rock.
Oh.
I suppose the Andean one. It was in the mountains.
Question 38 is the wahoo.
Oh.
Does the wahoo swim or fly? That is spelled W-A-H-O-O. If anybody was wondering how it's pronounced, but it looks like wahoo. All you need to write down is, does it swim or does it fly? Question 39, the albacore. Does an albacore swim or does an albacore fly? And finally for this one, the little tunny. Does a little tunny swim or does a little tunny fly? I'll give you a moment to think about those. If anybody wants one repeating, let us know. I mean, apart from the booby and the cock of the rock, obviously. And in a moment we'll have this music round, if I can find it. There we go. Okay, Helen's written this one, and I don't think I've seen it yet. So, right.
You haven't seen it?
Oh yes, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I had a little look earlier. Moving on to the music round, and we'll start on question 40. I'm going to read some lyrics. All you have to do is guess the song from it. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. So you need the band or the artist and the song title to get a full point, but you can have half if you only get one. So question 40, look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. What's that and who's it by? Question 41, same again. I'm going to read you some lyrics. I cut my tongue earlier. It stings a bit. Don't exactly know how. I thought I might have burnt it on a toasty. I had a look. It's blooming cut. 41. This hit, that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. Who is it and what's it called? Or who's it by and what's it called? This hit, that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold.
Sing it, sing it.
I'm not going to sing it, no. There'd be no point me singing it, really.
Oh, it's funny though.
Yeah, it'd be funny to maybe 4 or 5 people. Everybody else would just switch off. Question 42. Same again. Going to read out the lyric. All you need is the artist and the title. When I wake up, yeah, I know I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. Quite tempting not to sing them sometimes. Number 42. When I wake up, yeah, I know I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. I remember doing a kind of limping dance to this in a pub in Kinlochleven on the last day of walking the West Highland Way. You remember that limp and that band that was on? It was a good night. That. A while ago now, that. Number 43. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. Would you like to sing it?
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen.
There you go, you've got a clue. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. What's it called and who is it by? Question 44. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. What's it called and who is it by? Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. And our final question for this nice and sunny Wednesday. It's not Wednesday, it's Sunday, isn't it?
Well, thought so, that is.
Every day is a Sunday. So the final question for this quiz, which is worth 5 points. Again, I'm going to read you out some lyrics, and from those lyrics you have to write down the song title, the artist who performed it, the year it was released, was it a UK #1, yes or no, and the film it was featured in. Revving up the engine, listen to her howling roar, metal under tension, begging you to touch and go. Shall I read the rest?
It's up to you. I'll wait until you know.
Highway to the danger zone, ride into the danger zone. That last bit's probably made it a bit easier. So we want the song title, the artist, the year it was released, was it a UK #1, yes or no, and also the film which it either was written for or came from. Revving up the engine, listen to her howling roar, metal under tension, begging you to touch and go. Highway to the danger zone, ride into the danger zone.
I'll have a questions 31 to 35 repeated, please. This laptop's crashed.
Well, somebody has suffered a laptop crash and they want 31 to 35 repeated. Well, they were Marmite ones, weren't they?
Yeah,
They were.
that's probably quite easy to
Right.
I'll swim or fly.
That's pictures. What numbers was it again, sorry?
31 to 35.
31 to 35. Just repeating these for somebody. Say you just have to decide whether it swims or it flies. 31 was a northern puffer. 32 was a rainbow lorikeet. 33 was a penguin. 34 was a resplendent quetzal. And 35 was a booby. And I did have to ask, do boobies fly or do boobies swim? Okay, going to have a teeny weeny little break now, and then I'll come back with the answers and the all-important beer draw. Plus, because it's Sunday, the mystery prize draw too. Woohoo! That was number 38, the woohoo. Okay, see you shortly. Again, I'm going to put that food bank link up rather than the I'm also going to turn the sound down as well because I'm going to go for a pee and you don't want to hear that. Okay, I am back. Unfortunately, living in a house with 4 people does have its drawbacks, and I was not able to go for a tiddle, so just have to sit here and wait. Right, while I do that, we will get on with the answers, and then the all-important prize draws. So, the Marmite Round, what we wanted to know, or what you had to write down, or well, you didn't have to write it down, I suppose, but I hope you did. Question number 31, it was the northern puffer, and that swims, it's a fish. So we wanted to know if these particular animals, whether they swim or whether they fly. Number 31, the northern puffer, it swims, it's a fish. 32, the rainbow lorikeet, that's a bird, it flies. 33, penguin, that's a bird, it swims. Number 34, the resplendent quetzal, that's a bird, it flies. Number 35, boobies fly, they don't swim. If you go to the Galapagos Island, there's a blue-footed booby. Question 35, the booby, it flies, it's a bird. Number 36, the black tip, that's a shark and it swims. 37, the Andean cock of the rock, that's a bird, it flies. It lives in the cloud forests in the Andes.
Yeah.
Cloud forests slightly different to rainforests, not much different.
Okay.
Yes. 38, the wahoo, that's a type of tuna, it swims. 39, the albacore, or albacore, oh, I can't read my writing. I think it was albacore. Well, that's another tuna, and that swims. And number 40, the little tunny, that's also a tuna, and it swims. You can tell on the last 3 I was running out of ideas.
Well, you got that one.
And finally, the music round. Where are we? Question 40. Question 40. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you and everything you do. That was Yellow by Coldplay. Question 41. This hit, that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. That was Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. Number 42. When I wake up, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And that was 500 Miles by the Complainers, the Proclaimers. I think in brackets, I would walk 500 miles by the Proclaimers. If you put 500 miles, or I would walk 500 miles, it's good enough. It's not Mastermind. Number 43. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. That was 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. And 44. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. Took me a while to get this one actually, and it's Wonderwall by Oasis. So I went through pretty much the whole of the song until I got to And After All You're My Wonderwall, and oh yes, that's it. And number 4, Wonderwall by 44, Wonderwall by Oasis. And finally, number 45. For this one, we needed the title, the artist, the year released, whether it was a UK number 1, yes or no, and the film it was from. Revving up the engine, listen to hear her howling roar, metal under tension, begging you to touch and go. I could have left it there, but it was too difficult. So the next bit was highway to the danger zone, ride into the danger zone. Well, the title was Danger Zone.
Yeah.
The artist was Kenny Loggins. I did not know that. It was released in 1986. It was not a number 1. It only came in at number 45. That's in the UK. Other countries may fare different.
Didn't even go number 1 in the USA.
Number two in the USA maybe, but in the UK it was number 45. And the film was Top Gun. There's a new Top Gun coming out soon. I've seen the trailer for it and it looks bloody fantastic. Yeah, pretty sure it's called Maverick. And the Tom Cruise character has come back as a flight instructor or something. So right now we're going to do the beer draw and the mystery prize draw. After that, if you send in your scores on our Facebook thing or in the comments on YouTube, if you like, you don't have to, then we'll read a few of them out. So,
Got 18.
right. I'm going to randomly draw one of you or one of these teams to win the beer.
Alright, so we've got 1 to 18.
We've got a number.
Let's go on. Let's go. Come on.
We've done it.
No. Oh, so it's to generate, that's why. I'll press generate, won't it? God. Right, 1.
Number 1. Niall Stevenson. Well done for getting in there quick. It was number 1 and you've won the beer. To claim the beer, you will need some kind of ID. I know we are keeping a list of all the winners. So if you go with your ID, then you've got 4 pints. 2 from the Beer Shack and 2 from the Byron's Rest.
We do the mystery prize now.
And both of them are open for takeaway beers, but you'll have to check with them first for their opening times and whether they have draft beer on as well. Next we're going to do the prize draw for the mystery prize.
Let's start again.
Good luck.
9.
9. Tia Molson. Well done. Well done, Tia.
That's how much she's won.
Yes, you need to know what you've won, don't you?
You've won a Discover Ashfield book, though, not really.
Yeah. It's the same as last time. It's the lemonade. You will know very well that it's on offer at the Co-op because you work there. Yes. Yes. Well done, you've won the lemonade. I can just.
She could have got your discount, you know.
Well, yeah. Yeah, the lemonade it's on offer at the Co-op for a really good price actually. I'll just bring it down sometime during the week.
Sure, they won't accuse you of stealing, will they?
No, they won't accuse me of nicking it. No.
Oh, Nobby likes my Dolly Parton impression. Thank you very much.
Right, if you're leaving us now, thank you very much for playing. If you're not, we'll read out a few of the scores.
So John and Emma got 34.
Well done. I'm going to go for that tiddle now because I've heard that the bathrooms are available.
Okay. Woody and Nick got 41. Martin from Norfolk 36. Have a look on Richard's phone, see if he's got any. Oh, there's a message from Nobby from the Beer Shack. Says they've got reservations about leaving stuff for the food bank outside their house. In some streets, they'll be lifted by undesirable in the flash. Michelle and I will be asking for our donations to be picked up from the shack on Friday, as we will be working there from 10 a.m. If anyone else has concerns about that donations will be stolen, can you please advise them that we will gladly act as a collection point? Cheers. That's very kind, Nobby, thank you. Okay, Matt got 37. Well done. Anne and Adrian got 35. Lane and Glenn got 43. Well done. Kieran O'Loughlin, 30. Angie got 35. Well done. Victoria got 25. Very good.
Seem to be back.
Nobby has just said that if anybody wants to leave their food bank donations at the base shack, they'll be working there from 10 a.m. So they can act as a collection point if people are concerned that their donations might get stolen from where they live.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll read that. I'll read that out, shall I?
I've already read it. To them, but you can read it again.
Oh, you've read it. Okay.
Yeah. Tom, you can put it on the Facebook there. Tom Coop got 29.
Facebook page.
Tom Coop, well done, 29.
Somebody, we repeated 31 to 35, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't Eric. It was. Oh yeah, it might.
Well, we did repeat 31 to 35.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah, that's Helen.
Just
But I think it's Eric. It must be his.
Just looking at a different comment.
All right.
Okay, again, thank you very much for playing. We will be back, or I will be back at least on Wednesday. Same time, same channel.
Well, where am I going? Why, where am I going?
Yes, you will. Helen will be back as well. We will both be back.
Not going anywhere.
No. With the roads blocked outside our house with some roadworks and doing the detours, the furthest my car's been for the past few months. Anyway, thanks for playing. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good night, everybody.
Or your evening. Yep. I'll put that food bank information on. Yep, there we go. I'll have to turn the sound off on this bit.